Hey guys, let's get into some racing. Before we do, I have the track finalized about 95%. I'll just go over a little bit about what I did. This is for those guys that have this Boomershine setup. Um, what he cautioned about was car hop. Like if these pegs hit too hard, and what actually happens is the hinged um, L bracket underneath smacks bolts. What I did is I put a Velcro pad underneath it, and then I put also felt over top of that Velcro pad. And with it hitting that pad, guys, not only will you have like the best starts, they'll be quiet too. So no car hop at all. It doesn't impede um, the pins going down either way. The pins are actually below the board before that um, before this rear plate right here goes up and smacks that thing. Okay, so fast starts, quiet starts, and no car hop. That's number one. Number two, there was a little bit of texture to the um, starting gate, which I don't really think affected it, but I had like this really special tape from the work that I have. There's a sheen to it. It's not electrical tape so much, but there's just a very, very small sheen to it. And so I put it over there and just smoothed it over the start area to see if we can get just even cleaner, quicker starts. Uh, Next and last is the transition. I'll try to get it from the side and just look at the track. That's all I need you to see. Um, so with the track, as it's coming down, see that graduated transition? And those wooden parts were they were crafted by me here yesterday. Took about 2.5 hours to finalize last night. I had cut different sizes of each of those pieces that you see. But what I have is I have Velcro on the boards and markings on those boards. So I'm able to repeat this 100% of the time. That second piece right there, it's repeatable. I mean, it just matches right up to that first piece of wood, which is then Velcroed right there. So I can take that on, take that off. Real clean. But look at that transition. I think we're going to see more speed. The last thing that I have is I believe there's some butter track coming my way for the run, and that would complete the whole thing, um, which will be amazing. For right now, let's test the track. I think we're going to be seeing faster times. Fast times before were anything under, say, 2025. And some of my fastest cars were running like 20s or 19s. These need reworked. This guy, I believe, fell out of my top 24, and that's ridiculous because I know how fast these cars are. And this car was, I think, the Gatekeeper, which is ridiculous because it was my number 4 car. So I will be reworking them in a little bit. But I just wanted to do my first runs ever. Haven't done a run on the track. I have no idea what times they're going to run, just to see if the track's a little faster. Maybe it's a little slower, but I don't know. I don't think so. These things were running, um, unfortunately, like between I think it was 2016s and maybe 2020s, which is very fast, but not fast enough to be in my top stuff. Let's see what it runs here. Inaugural run on the new track. Whoa, track is faster. I knew that transition would be sweet. Those are fast times, 1997 and 1999. But what that means is that everything's going to probably be faster. Um, when I get that butter track on, we'd probably be seeing a little bit more. But that transition is literally butter. I tested it a lot last night, and boy, I don't know how you can do better. And the flat is great, and the start, you didn't hear anything. It was silent, but it was quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rework these bad boys and see if I can get them even lower times, and then we'll just do a little bit of fun testing. I'm not going to recalibrate everything, and I'm not even going to recalibrate everything when I get off the video because I'm going to wait for that other track to come. But wow, that was an impressive start. So we'll see what happens here in a little bit. Be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. They are reworked. They ran a 99 and a 97. I can't remember which lanes they went in, but we're going to switch lanes here anyway. So let's see what they run right now. With the rework, we have an 88 and a 95. Like seeing it? We'll switch the lanes. Car that ran the 88 was always the faster car for me. I like the additional speed on this track though. I've gained a lot, I think, at least in my opinion. I think maybe 3/100s compared to what these cars were running before. All right, reworked. Lanes are switched. He ran an 88. He ran a 95. Looks like the right lane's a little bit hotter. 88 and 92. Pretty damn consistent. That's flying, but we're going to find out if it is really, because I'm going to pull out a couple cars from each class, probably like the top two and a gatekeeper from each class, and we'll just have some fun. We'll just see what they're testing like right now. And before we do, before I ran these two guys, this guy was sitting here. This is a Hong Kong wind splitter, and he ran a 2024 dry. No graphite, no anything. That's not too bad, I think. But we just graphited him up with these Mustangs. He ran a 2024 before. He's not been down the track to get broken in or anything. Let's see what he runs now. And I didn't put the stopper in. So the drama will be at 93. Sweet time. Yeah, it ran 2024, guys, dry. And that's pretty good. 93 is excellent. So what we'll do is we'll put the stopper in that lane. And we'll switch them up. Notice the silent start. That's pretty cool. Here we go. Race 2 for him. 95. Whew. Okay. These are fast times for the other track that I ran. But now with this new transition, the new setup at the start gate, we're seeing this. So one last upgrade is going to be, like I say, that butter track to replace this stuff. And that's going to be about as fast as I can make this thing, which is pretty impressive right now. So real pleased with what I'm seeing. Let's get some other cars out and have some fun and see what they run. Okay, guys, what I did for my top 24 case, I got out my top two, and what wasn't my gatekeeper, but it was number 23. Actually, you saw one of those Mustangs was my gatekeeper. And so we're going to see real quick, based on these runs here, how those Mustangs did, how that wind splitter did right now. I think we're probably going to see some low 1980s with these guys. We're about to find out. Murata took the race. 1992 to 1994. Let's switch them up. Race 2. Murata again. This time we had a, oh wait, it did not reset right, guys. We'll put them back at the top of the lane and we'll get them going. Now then, here we go. That's the Murata right there. Oh, no, that was the Mercedes. 93 for the Mercedes, 97 for the Murata. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to rework the Murata right now, and we'll be right back. We'll put them at the top of the lanes and see what happens then. Okay, we are back with the reworked Murata. He ran a 97 in that lane just the race before, and the Mercedes ran a 93. Here we go. That time the Murata won. I'd say the rework did just fine. 91 for the Mercedes, 85 for the Murata. Lanes are switched one last time for this pair. Here we go. That time the Mercedes. 89 for the Mercedes. 94 for the Murata. Two pretty fast cars. This new transition seems to be in the liking of many cars. This is number 23. This is number 22. Number 22 is a Datsun 280Z Starburst, black. And it's one of three in my top 24. It is the slowest of the 280s. But if that Mercedes was any indication, any laser wheels or Starburst just is going to probably see an improvement. We're about to find out. This is a points card Solaire. And we're going to see what he does. Again, these would be previously my two slowest cars. Again, I'm going to have to rerun everything, which is okay. Once that track comes in, we'll do it all. But for right now, we're just having a little bit of fun. Here we go. Yeah, that Solaire is kicking ass. Okay, that was number 23. Prior to this reset, a 94 for that Datsun. Lanes are switched. .05 for the 280 and a 12 for the Solaire. Hey, just because I said we were having fun. This is that noodlehead that was my fastest for forever, but it was sitting number 6. This noodlehead here, when I was doing the retesting, actually ran the fastest time, but then did have car hop on the second one, and I never reran it. I don't know why. It ran like a 2.002, which was at that time incredible, and then it ran a 2026 with the car hop. So that car hop's been eliminated. This is going to be interesting, like I say, just because I said we're going to have a little bit of fun. These are the last two cars from the top 24. We'll see. Wow. 99 to an 07. We switched them up. 2002 to a 2015. 2013, I'm sorry about that. 2002 to 2013. Please forgive me for lying. This was the previous number 3 and the previous number 5. How could I go with not at least showing what these guys can do? Because I'm curious myself. Wow, that Black with Flames is nice. 2002 for the Hot Stuff Funny Car. 1993 for the Black with Flames Camaro. Lanes are switched. Man, that car's fast. 97 for the Camaro, 99 for the Hot Stuff. Great times. All right, guys, moving on to my over 62 gram class. Sidekick, which used to be my number 1 car on the 6th lane overall. Nothing could touch it, but it's out of the top 24, but we'll see what it does here. And that's the Speed Spray Funny Car number 2. The Gatekeeper, surprisingly, was the International Raceway Funny Car. It really fell on this smooth track versus the 6th lane. So let's see what happens here. Top 2 in the over 62 class, they're off. Sidekick looking strong. 1994, will he be the contender for a top 10 spot? Probably. 02 for that Speed Spray, not too bad. Lanes are switched. Again, Sidekick. 2006 to a 2008 for the Speed Spray. Not too bad. In the line is the Gatekeeper, the International Raceway Funny Car. In the other lane, I put the wild card that I have in the over 62. It's ranked number 1, but I don't run it that much. This is, I call it the Matt Man Noodlehead. I bought this antifreeze Noodlehead, and it was okay. I sent it to Matt, and he tore this thing apart, and he went through piece by piece, section by section, restored it, cleaned it in terms of speed. And so It always has been a fast car. I'm just curious. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Gatekeeper versus the Matman Noodlehead. Close race. 99 for the Noodle. 04 for the International Raceway Funny Car. Nice time. Lanes are switched. Can they repeat those times? Oh, that Noodle. Oh, what are we going to see here? Oh, 2006. That's a bad run for the International Raceway Funny Car. 2030. Okay. Here we go. My two fastest trucks. I'm not going to show the Gatekeeper. Let's just get these two run. And with all these guys, you don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going to be fast when I run everything again. And I mean everything in all the classes. We could have some class ranked cars like the Sidekick back in a prominent spot, in the top 24. It's hard to say. So again, just having a little bit of fun here today. Let's see what the Polar Studi and the 50th anniversary F-150 by Hot Wheels does. Great race. 2008 by the Polar Studi, which is my fastest truck. My second fastest truck ran 2010. Let's switch them up. About a 20-gram weight difference in these two trucks, by the way. Here we go. Race 2. Bad start by the... Wow. I don't know what the hell happened there. 2006 by the Polar Studi. And we're going to give that F-150 another run. All right. As Northern Roads would say, round X. Better start. 2002 for that F-150. How about it? Great run. Okay, in the 51 to 62, my previous number ones were number 43 Bobby Hamilton, Pro Circuit, Pro Racing, and the Rescue Ranger, number 2. And Smith Electric brought up the rear as our Gatekeeper. Let's see what these guys won. 51 to 62 plastic. Bobby Hamilton on the big end. 2014 to 2016 for the Rescue Ranger. We'll switch them up. Race numero dos. Hamilton big end. 2014 to a 2023 for the Rescue Ranger. To put it in perspective, guys, before today, the 2002 that pickup ran, that F-150, that would have been my fastest car. The 2012 by that, I believe it was Bobby Hamilton, that would have absolutely been in like top 24. It probably would have been like 12 to 15. So there's going to be a whole resorting here going on real soon. So that I'm looking forward to that. So for right now, we're going to run this Gatekeeper, the Smith Electric van, plastic bottom, 51 to 62 grams. 2017. Clock, nice. Real nice. Let's switch it up. Lanes are switched for the Smith Electric. Nice runs. 2019. And what do you have the other one? 2015 or 2014? That was good stuff. 51 grams to 62 gram metal. The 50th anniversary Mustang is my number 1 car in that class, and the Red Solaire is number 2. The 5-hole silver F40 is the Gatekeeper. Let's run these guys. Ooh, Solaire sneaked it out. Drove around and we didn't reset it correctly. We got to get that coupler out. But 1998 for that Mustang. Let's get both of them back in the line. Same lanes. All right. Redo. Bad start by me. And we'll still see what that Mustang ran. Pretty curious. 2001. Wow. From not having a fast one to having a fast one, but now it's like maybe elite. All right, we'll reset these guys and we're going to get this race going one way or another. Yeah, my hand actually got in the way of the gate, so we're good now. Here we go. No, we're not. No, we are not. We are not good. We'll check the Mustang's time again, and I'll take a look at things here, guys. 2017. All right, I switched them up. I honestly saw nothing wrong. Here we go. It's a good race. That Mustang hammered that Solaire. Hammered it. Now we'll do it for real. I just wanted to make sure they were clean. They are clean, so let's get this race going. It doesn't like that lane. It just does not like that lane. 2018 for the Mustang, 2047 for the Solaire, but that was with a bad start. Really got to look at things there. I'm going to run them down one at a time on this near lane. Here we go. Good start. Solaire. 2012 with 2020 for the Mustang. Last try with these switched lanes. I think I made the fix, but if not, this one's it. Good start. Solaire with a pass. Big N pass. 2009 to 2019. Okay, the two slowest cars in the class rankings are the Hong Kong Solaire and the Ferrari F40 from the 5-pack silver 5-hole. Do not be surprised if that Hong Kong Solaire runs some elite times. It did before, and for whatever reason, when I did a retesting of everything, this guy got slow, but we could see something here pretty cool. Hopefully. We did not. We did not. 2010 for the Solaire, and we're going to call that a warm-up run because I forgot to take out the track divider. We'll rerun that race. Not a bad run from the Solaire. Not elite, but certainly nothing to sneeze at. Here we go. Re-racing. Same lanes. 2002 to a 2004. Great runs. Let's switch it up. Wow, we got Ferrari. Yeah, that Solaire just didn't have it. Ferrari was 2011, 2033 for that Solaire. Something happened to that thing. That thing went from first to worst. Maybe just had a couple lucky runs, but that's it for the 51 to 62s. Let's get into the 41 to the 50s. In the line is the number 1 41 to 50 plastic, the Maserati Ghibli, Mattel's Fast and Furious. Ranked number 2 is the number 44 Buzz Lightyear Stalker. They're off. Ghibli looking strong. 2002 to a 2013 for Buzz. Lanes are switched. Great start. Still with a Ghibli. 2008 to 2012. Man, a lot of cars like this new transition. Okay, at the line are the two 11th and 12th ranked cars in the 41 to 50 plastic. This is the Sam Walton pickup. And number 12, the gatekeeper, is the Minecraft Creeper. Who will it be? And what times will they run? Good start. The Creeper. 2026 to a 2032 for the Walton pickup. Z lanes are switched. Creeper with a big end. Walton pickup really doesn't have a lot of gears. 2033 to a 2044. Looks like we'll be doing some readjusting in those rankings here in the near future. All right, in the 41 to 50, two fastest cars. The number one car in the metal is this Porsche 928 laser wheels. Don't be surprised if we see something special out of him on this transition, as well as this Corvette Stingray Gold Hot Ones. I have a bunch of these. This guy is my fastest. Real curious to see what they run here. This will be a great race to see the times. They're in and they're straight. Look at that Porsche. Man, the laser wheels love this stuff. 2002. 2019 for the Vet. We will switch them up. They're switched. Good start. Porsche again. With a gear. Yeah, with a gear. 2009. Two great times. 2022 for the Red Vet. Okay, it's funny to say these are the slowest cars in the 41 to 50 metal. This is the Modern Classics Camaro. It does well. Then we have a wind splitter, one of many. You saw that one before and what it did. It was pretty impressive. It was running, what, mid-90s? I don't think this guy's going to be running mid-90s. He is my gatekeeper in the 41 to 50 metal. Let's get him set up. Wind splitter in 1. Camaro in 2. Close race. 2011 to a 2014. Two slowest cars in the 41 to 50 metal. All right, guys, switched them up. Good start. Another close race, probably the same times. 2008 to 2010. Great racing right there. And again, those are supposed to be the slowest cars in my 41 to 50 metal rankings. It's going to be interesting. Okay, moving to my 31 to 40 gram plastic base class. Number 1 is the Max Venom Jackhammer. Car loved the smoother transition before. Let's see what it does now. It's going up against a long time number 1 for me. This was a faster than ever Spocket. Honda Spocket. So we'll see what he does on this butter transition. It's going to be a great race. Again, looking forward to the times. 31 to 40 plastic. Close. Jackhammer with the win. 27 to a 29. Let's switch them up. And they're switched. Spocket. Close race. 24 to a 27. It gets the win with a 1/1000th beat. Now I'm going to put him up against the Jaguar XK that I had out before that was running these times before this smooth transition. See what happens. Okay, I'm a bit of an idiot because the Jackhammer doesn't fit in that outside ring, which is my metal class. Jackhammer was actually metal, so we'll get back to you here. I want to run this Spider-Man and first this Honda Spocket because this Spider-Man is actually number 1 in this class. Sorry about that, guys. You're seeing more racing just because of my scrambled brain. Here we go. Ooh, close race. Spider-Man does hold him off. 14 to a 19. Spocket with the 2019. Spider-Man with the 2014. 32 gram car. Pretty crazy. Lanes are switched. They're out. Spocket got that. 2012 to a 2014. Two fast cars, man. Great runs. We're going to run my number 4 and my number 5. My number 4 car in a 31 to 40 plastic is this Cadillac V16 FTE. Number 5 in the 31 to 40 plastic is this Jaguar XK by Matchbox. 1996 is the year of the copyright. I don't know what year this Jaguar is. You're in the line. I'll be curious of the times based on what we just saw out of those other two. Good start. Oh, that Jag. He's right there. Look at that. Look at that. 2013 for that Jag. Let's get that track in here, man. I want to see even more speed. Even more speed. This Jaguar is going to eat it up. Eat it up. Race number 2. Can he repeat in lane 1? My guess is yes. I'm going to guess he's going to run high teens, 18 or 19. Great start. Or how about 43? That's the thing, guys. It's got to be consistent or it's not fast. So we average them out, and we'll average them out whenever we run them off for the ranks. But yeah, 20, what was it, 13 to a 20, 43? Come on now. You got to keep your speed unless you're going to get smoked in races. So that was what it was. And before we go, I know I don't have my spacer down there. I just want to see what this Velocita, Jessie Velocita does. Just on this transition. That car is quick. Jessie Speed 2033. Okay. Okay. Those top 2 have always kind of elevated above everybody else. And so they are still elevated. For right now, let's see what the 11th and 12th fastest cars ran back with the previous setup. This is a Matchbox Chevy Tahoe with Cleveland Police livery on it. This is a Hot Wheels. Faster than ever, 1965 Mustang Fastback. Thing is smashed, man. It's a nice low profile. It's quick. We'll just see how quick. I'm going to say 40s for each. I could say this is the Gatekeeper. This is number 11. Clean start. Po out in front. 2028 to 2030. Not surprised. These cars were always fast, and I had to do a rework on the Mustang to get him back in. He's not looking too bad right now. Let's get these guys switched real quick, and we'll get into the 31 to 40 metal. Here we go. Race 2. Ooh, Mustang. 2028 to a 2038. Not bad times for these, being Gatekeeper spots. So it's going to be real interesting whenever we do a rerun of that and then begin introducing new cars. How about it? I'll stay with the filming here as we put those bad boys back. And yeah, my fastest metals. Let's run the top 4 off. Let's see what happens here. Number 4 is one of my original that I had back in the 80s. This white Pontiac Fiero, a little heavier than the other Fieros that are out there. I have a couple others, and they just do not have that kind of weight that this one does. And obviously they don't run well. This one does. Going against, who doesn't love the speed bump? I mean, in terms of a fantasy casting, though, that is just hot, You smash that thing. Let's get him set up. Okay, I'll be right back. We'll put these guys in line. All right, we are back. They are off. Number 3 and number 4. Speed bump is number 3. Runs a 2024 to a 2033 for the Fiero. We will switch them. And they are off. Speed bump all over the Fiero. 2009 for the speed bump. 2036 for the Fiero. Hello, speed bump, liking this new track. Let's have an early showdown. Number 2 against number 3. Number 2 Jackhammer against number 3 Speed Bump. See who can face that blown Camaro, which is number 1. Speed Bump on a fucking tear. Excuse my language. 2010 to 2023. We will switch them up. Sorry, kids who are watching. We'll be right back. They're switched. They're off. That time the Jackhammer had something to say about it. 2019 to 2025, speed bump advances. Okay. We have the number 1 light blue gold Hot Ones blown Camaro. We'll see what he has. He ran some pretty good times the last time I had him out on the track. He's going up against a real formidable opponent, though, in that FTE speed bump. That's right. 2006 for the blown Camaro. 2025 for the speed bump. Race 2. $21 for the speed bump. 26 for the blown Camaro. Blown Camaro with the win. Last but not least is in my under 30 class. I mix metal and plastic. Doesn't matter there. We have number 1, the Zamac Salt Shaker. About 30.7 grams. About the same weight here is the X-Racers Salt Shaker number 2. Let's see what they got. Oh man, that Zamac. 2030 to a 2046. Not as fast as I thought I was going to be. Let's switch it up and see what he has. Lanes are switched. Last race. Zamac with the win. Zamac running 2023 to a 2036. Pretty good times. All right, guys. That is it. Appreciate you hanging with me, checking out the new track, new transition, showing you the new track. But one more step on it, and we'll go ahead and we'll start getting serious about the rankings, getting serious about bringing some new vehicles in so I can show you guys and myself what's fast and what's not. All right, guys, this is Bo. Have a great rest of your weekend.